As we now turn to this next session with the rising star, as Rishabh mentioned, of the Indian film industry. She's excelled in the OTT space in specific. We are going to be talking all of that with Saiyami Kher. Saiyami, firstly, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Uday, and thank you, NewsX, for having me. I'm very, very happy to be a part of just all the women who've been coming here all day. So I feel like I'm in a very prestigious company that you'll have called me here.
And also, we're getting some more breaking news coming in that we've trended on Twitter all day. In fact, we're still trending right now. So, loud round of applause for that. So, certainly the traction of We Women Want continues, as I said, till the evening as well. And social media, very powerful, isn't it?
Absolutely.
How do you deal with it?
I mean, there are the positives and the negatives. It's always nice when you get the positives. The trolling is not so much fun, but it's just such a direct medium. When you do something and people like your work, they reach out to you directly. So it's always a very direct medium, which I like.
You know, just talking now, of course, about your work, because firstly, I want to congratulate you. You've just received the NewsX Shakti Award for Rising Star OTT, as I said earlier.
Thank you so much.
How does it feel?
I mean, it feels really, really nice that you all think that I'm the rising star. I have a few things releasing in the next year, so I hope the rising star, the next time I'm here, I have risen, and the rising is done and I've risen enough.
Yes. You know, it's a Shakti Award, so again I have to ask you that question about where do you derive your Shakti from?
I feel my Shakti that I derive from is a whole lot of inspirational people around me, I think, because I kind of draw my inspiration from a lot of people. To start with, my grandmother was a huge inspiration to me. She was an actor herself. When she started acting, she was, going through a lot of poverty. That's what that generation did. But she just had such an inspiring life, which I think she's been a source of inspiration ever since I've been young.
We Women Want Conclave. What does Saiyami Kher want?
Well, I want a whole lot of films, a whole lot of shows, because my happy space is being in front of camera. So I want a whole lot of work in front of camera. I really enjoy it.
But do you believe, Saiyami, for you, and we will get to how you started your career, but that OTT space has really changed for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually had 3 releases that happened just when the lockdown was announced. So I did a show called Special Ops, I did a show called Breathe with Abhishek, and I had a film called Choked that released on Netflix. So it all came...
3 projects that
have a loud round of applause.
Thank you.
Breathe and Special Ops.
Thank you. So it came in just when the lockdown happened. So for me, I mean, obviously, COVID was a horrible time for everyone, but I think the OTT world just propelled big time during COVID because people were sitting home, had nothing to do. So it just given a lot of opportunities to actors like me to kind of, do different, varied kind of roles, which is the most enjoyable. I have again I did a show called Fadu, which released in December. I have on Sony Live, I have a few other shows and films releasing. So it just, like I said, it's, every actor's greedy, constantly wants to be working, and that the OTT world has given us an opportunity to work.
And do you believe that it has upped the content game as well in the film industry? We've seen box office, the box office films not working. Films which weren't that good but had the star power that may have worked earlier. So do you believe it has raised the content is king?
It has raised the bar, definitely. And I say this because, it's so easy, just a click of a button, and if you don't like Breathe, you can go and watch international show, you can go and watch Breaking Bad. You have so many international options to choose from. So if we don't pull up our socks here, it's a button away. People are not going to waste their time and watch your show. So the content that we've created with Delhi Crime, Mirzapur, or Family Man, Farzi now, I feel that it's competition at international level. It's not only competition within India. So I feel when we are looking at competition, it's worldwide, which is why we have to pull our socks up.
Also, do you believe that they're going to coexist? We have Tina Datta with us also, who is going to be with us on a session very, very soon. She's a very popular face from TV. We were talking to you about OTT. We also have had, actors who've done very well in the film space. Do you believe these mediums can coexist together henceforth, TV, OTT and films?
They will coexist. They are coexisting. I feel the borders have blurred because we have a lot of TV actors doing a lot of film. We have a lot of film actors doing, like Shahid has just done Farzi, Akshay is doing another show. So the borders have blurred. A lot of OTT actors are doing films. So it's all just a wonderful time for actors and creators right now, because it's not so much that, oh, you are a OTT person, you can't do television, you can't do film. So it's just that it's wonderful that borders have blurred and there is no kind of preconceived notion that producers and directors have anymore.
Now, you have also Ghumar coming up very soon. So tell us a bit about that. That's another project you're doing with Abhishek Bachchan. So firstly, how was it reuniting with him on sets? It's also with a very special filmmaker. And also, it's on a topic which interestingly does weave with the We Women Want theme as well.
Yes, I feel it's correct film to talk about on this platform, because Ghumar is about a handicapped cricketer. I play a cricketer who has lost her arm. So for me, it's a very, very special film because I love the sport. I've always grown up playing sport. So the dream to be in front of camera and play a sport was fulfilled with Ghumar. Abhishek is somebody who is, he brings a smile to my face. I've worked with him on 3 projects, because 2 seasons of Breathe and Ghumar now. The surname never comes in between his, the person that he is. When you interact with him, he is extremely humble, he is extremely funny, he is so warm to you, to pretty much anyone on set. Very prepared as an actor, so working with him was an absolute joy. Working with Balki sir for me was a huge learning, because I've not met anyone as intelligent as him and as sharp as him. So just the whole team was an absolute dream. And like you said, it is a story of Shakti, so I feel that it was it's correct to talk about Ghumar on the stage.
Okay. So truly, you know, walking the talk, Shakti Award winner, showing Shakti on the big screen as well very, very soon. Last couple of questions for you, Saiyami. One on sport, which you mentioned, because as you said, you know, you're playing a sportswoman in your next film, but also sports is something very special for you in your real life. And women's sportsmen, or sportswomen rather, have had it not very easy in India so far. Now, thankfully, the women's IPL is on, and we are seeing them get their due in terms of equal pay. But for you, how has it been balancing sports and cinema?
I used to play a lot of sport when I was a child. I gave it up professionally after I moved to college. I was studying in Xavier's. But I just feel it's such a joyous time right now for women in sport. It is the future. With the WPL, the women's IPL, we are seeing a big body spend a lot of money. I also feel, besides just women and cricket, I'm glad this discussion is happening. But if you see a Saina Nehwal, a Sania Mirza, your Mirabai Chanu, a Hima Das, there are women in sport in every field. And it just, I feel, like you said, it's been difficult for women in sport. And in spite of that, they have risen to the occasion. They've performed, they've won at the big stage. So I feel it's a story of inspiration. And it will be the future of this country, women and sport. And I look forward to it.
I just want you also to just quickly talk about your own first break, how you got that, you know, because that's also very inspirational for all our audiences watching.
So for me, it was a long, tedious, tiring journey, because I did the whole rounds of auditions, waiting in Aram Nagar in the sun, in the lines, and
this despite also having, you know, people may say Saiyami has film family connections, and there's been that whole nepotism debate, but it's not easy, as you'll hear now from Saiyami. Yes.
So yes, it was a tiring journey up until I auditioned for my debut film called Mirzya, which was directed by Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra. There were, I think, 800 girls who were auditioned, and then it kept shortlisting them. Then finally, it was like a 6-month process. I was sent to Delhi to train for 3 months, and then I had to audition again. So the whole process took really long, but it's something which, if I can rewind the clock, I'd like to do it all over again, because it was a very, very special debut for me, and I'll always be grateful to Rakesh sir. So I just feel that for all those girls watching and all those women who want to dream of doing something, it's never easy. Things that are easy aren't that much fun, so it's going to be tough, but if you like what you do, you should just stick it out.
Thank you so much, Saiyami Kher, for joining us, and let's have a loud round of applause for her. Saiyami Kher, who of course joined us and was one of the recipients of the NewsX Shakti Award.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.